Hey everyone, this is Stevie Richards. Welcome back to the home studio. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Force USA X15 Pro and Force USA X20 Pro, which are the new multi-trainers that are in the Force USA lineup. At the time of this recording, they're not yet released, but they are coming very soon. As a matter of fact, we're going to have overview videos on both of these multi-trainers, as well as the upgrade kit, which is compatible with both multi-trainers. So let's go to the Force USA website right here, and you can see the G15 all-in-one trainer. That's the one I have in my garage gym. Updated review on the G15 coming very soon. I'm really happy with the G15. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a comparison between the G15 and these two models in a future video. So we'll do a slight comparison in this video, but I want to focus on these two multi-trainers that are being released. So let's scroll down here to the Force USA website. You can see right here, we have categories, all-in-one trainer, and here are the multi-trainers. So these are definitely two different products for maybe two different kinds of customers. So essentially, we're going to go into the multi-trainers and they explain what the difference is between an all-in-one trainer and a multi-trainer. It's pretty easy. These multi-trainers are similar to all-in-one trainers. However, no Smith machine. You can see the picture right there. Also, this has 11 gauge steel on the X15 Pro as well as the X20 Pro, and 3x3 uprights, which are super, super thick. These are definitely built for people that want to lift heavy. And of course, the Smith machine can be very polarizing. And if you remove it, like in my case, just a short comparison right here, we'll go into more detail one in a separate video. The G15 Pro or the G10 Pro, or before that, we had the G3 and the G6. The Smith machine has been indispensable in our home and garage gym over the course of years of using all-in-one trainers. But there's some people that want tons of interior working space and they want that 11 gauge steel. They want the 3x3 uprights and they don't care about the Smith machine. That's why, speaking with the company over the past few months off and on, they had talked about people really demanding this type of product. This is really something that it reminds me of the Sorinex products, or some of the other higher end products that have big power cages. So let's go into this. X15 Pro is a half rack. A lot of people want half racks, and some people want the full racks. Now this here is determined by the space, which I assume 99% or more people have limited working space. Even my garage, which is more room than we had in the previous apartment home gym, it's still limited. You still have to be careful about what you put in there. And this is usually going to be the centerpiece, like an all-in-one trainer is going to be the centerpiece. Now, we're looking at current pricing, which always can change, but the pricing is pretty attractive. It makes it pretty tough. I would assume that the pricing here, it's similar to the G12s and the G15s and the G10s, because essentially for the same price, are you going to choose Smith machine or no Smith machine, one all-in-one trainer as opposed to multi-trainer? So let's take a look right here at the X15 Pro. Now, one thing I will say about this too, I'm going to go back to the page of both of these. Now, normally with the G10 and the G15, you have a plate-loaded version, which is the G10 Pro, and then the G15 is the weight stack version. In this case, the X15 Pro and the X20 Pro both have weight stacks. So the difference here is really the half rack versus full rack. So essentially, you're not having to choose between plate-loaded trainer and weight stack trainer, which after using both, I always prefer the weight stacks. So this here is really, in my estimation, really just a footprint choice here. So, and obviously there's going to be attachments with the X20 Pro that do not work with the X15 since it's a full rack as opposed to a half rack. So let's look at the X15. Let's just look at the half rack and just talk about it like that. You can see it is not yet out, but I know at the time of this recording. It's not that far off outside of any unforeseen delays in being released. So I wanted to get this initial video here. You can see half rack foundation, 6-in-1 straight training on the base unit, 9-in-1 with the upgrade kit. We're going to discuss the upgrade kit as well. We have full overview videos coming soon on the X15 Pro, the X20 Pro, as well as a dedicated one to the upgrade kit. You can see pin and plate loaded machine. Here's something for people that want to use these and are using these for super heavy lifts as a half rack or a full rack with a, kind of an interior power cage. 2-in-1 cable pulley ratio. Somebody might say, oh, we don't like that. But you get dual integrated 280-pound weight stacks. So you're getting the same amount of weight stacks you get with the G15 Pro, which has a 2-to-1 as well as a 4-to-1. The scalability on that, very, very good. We do not regret our decision to get that. But here you have 289, which in each stack is, see if my math is correct on this, 100. And I'm not going to do it. It's around 145 per. How's that? And here's where the differences come in right here. 11 gauge 3x3 uprights, wet side spacing with 42 adjustment points, and you get 15 attachments included. This is something I like about what Force USA has been doing forever with the G lineup. Outside of the MyRack, where you get the attachments, you can put it together with that modular functionality of the MyRack and the folding MyRack. These include, I love the plug and play functionality. Let's talk about that plug and play functionality of their all-in-one trainers, and they continue it here with the multi-trainers. And I'm assuming the X20 will have some as well here. And like I said, I haven't really looked at the site outside of just general things here. So all the reactions I have here and in the overview video are just Dan and myself going through the stuff and me thinking out loud as I usually do. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. Thinking out loud about what I think about something like this. So here we go. Here's a little video. You notice here we have a dip bar. This is kind of a nod to the classic MyRack that has the dip bar. This is much smaller footprint than the one I had for the original MyRack, but still a different design than the G15 Pro model and the other G models that have the smaller footprint dip handles, because the space is so wide on this. They needed to, I think, to go back to this kind of bullhorn type of dip handle right here. So here's the upgrade kit right here. It talks a little bit about it. The Matador dip bar, that's what they call it. It was the tip of my tongue. You get a landmine, which is the core attachment, multi-grip lap pull-down handle. You get the storage shelves, which to me on the G15 Pro are a sleeper hit. And with the width of the X15 Pro and the X20 Pro, it's literally like the storage rack I had in the previous home gym from Titan Fitness, except this one's built a lot better and has a better stability, but you have more space on that. The shelves on these are as wide as regular storage rack shelves, which is really great. Here's a lap pull down seat. Jammer arms. Jammer arms are polarizing, and I did the upgrade kit review on the G15 upgrade kit. I like it as a whole, but there are certain things that I'm not so sure about, but that's what you get with the bundle. You get the storage shelves and you get a TV mount. Love the TV mount, but I have not put a TV in there yet because I want to see how hot the area gets because of humidity, all that stuff in the garage. There's certain factors. If I put a good TV in there, it may short out or have burn-in, or just the humidity could cause sweating within the TV. So I haven't done that yet. Here's the half full rack versions. This shows everything it has right here. And here is the upgrade kit with everything on it. You see the low row foot plate there. I love that on the G15 Pro. It's exactly identical to that. Here's the base model. It comes with the J hooks, safety arms, low row, lat pull down, aluminum straight bar, aluminum as Johnny Ive would say, closed grip triangle, chin up bar, multi-grip chin up bar. Here's the two right here that I really was like, wow, this is really cool. Normally, like with the G15 Pro, you get the multi-grip chin-up bar, which I have the stud bar pull-up bar in the wall of the garage gym. Now, this gives you the choice, much like with the original MyRack. It gives you two pull-up bars. It gives you the straight bar right here and gives you the multi-grip. I want to see if it's pictured. There's a straight bar right here, but you also get the multi-grip. So if you want to have essentially what I have with the stud bar pull-up bar as a second one, you can interchange these very easily. Not too big of a deal. Obviously, two people would be easier. The ankle cuff, I never use it. Plastic handles, those are the ones for flies and stuff. Tricep rope, tricep press down bar, a V bar. I have that for the G15 Pro. Short, I don't know what that is. And extension chains, we have those. Carabiners, I can never pronounce those correctly. Barbell plate, 8 times barbell plate holders. Same thing with G15 Pro. You can see up here, you get 4 on each side, which can accommodate bumper plates and Olympic plates with enough spacing to not have the bumper plates. Like with the G3 I had, it would butt up against each other with bumper plates. They solved that, and you get an extra plate holder. So the footprint on this, even though they're not tiny and not small, within this footprint, you can even see the storage shelves are pretty wide. So we're going to look at the specs here, the dimensions. Now, these are going to be pretty similar, except for the fact that you have the extension of the full rack with the X20 Pro. So we also get the butterfly clamps and the collars. I like having the hex collars. That's really cool to be able not have to buy them from Amazon. Here is the exterior working space of the X15 Pro, 70 by 57 by 92. So you're talking about a higher, exterior footprint for the X15 Pro. And I assume the X20 Pro. In my garage gym, not a big deal. Our apartment has high ceilings, but the previous apartment, we were very limited in what we had. We had to go, I think, a maximum maybe of 89 inches with the 6, and then the 3, I think, was 87 or something. We couldn't go up to 92. There's no way we could do a pull-up. I could barely do a pull-up as it was with the G3 of what we had. So you got to be careful. And here we have interior working space, which is 40 inches, not bad at all. 40 by 43 by 86. So you can tell there's going to be a cage above you. There's going to be cabling, wheels, all that stuff. Interior with upgrade kit. I'm glad they left it in there. You can't walk through this. So you're looking at this right here. Let's bring up a picture at the top. So this picture here, you can essentially, if you wanted to put this in the middle of your gym or space, you can walk through. Now, I don't know too many people that don't put it like I have it in the garage gym, which is basically up against the wall or as close to the wall as possible. So you can get the barbell storage right here. So you add the storage shelves. You're never going to really walk through it. But if you want walk-through functionality with the base kit, you have to remember that the storage shelves impede that. And also, according to this down here with the interior, you lose 7 inches of interior working space. You don't lose anything on the width or the height, obviously. Here's your unit weight. Here's your pulley ratio. We've talked about that in YouTube shorts and dedicated videos. And you also have the cables, aircraft quality cables tested at 2,000 pounds. They're cables. I think they got the engineering of the cables down. I haven't had any problems from the previous G6, the G3, and then onto the G15 Pro, and testing out all these things when I go to the headquarters. I've never seen, outside of having to tighten something after the assembly on the G15 Pro, never seen a failure point of any sort, and I'm sure they would send them right out. And then the cool part is, and I'm gonna go back to this about the cables, the G15 Pro, and I'm looking at the G20 Pro. Okay, see, these are contained within this. The one thing I liked about the G15 Pro was the cable pulleys are on the outside of the unit. So if I had to replace the cabling, God forbid, I don't think it'll be an issue, but if I had to replace the cabling, I can just go with the outside of the G15 Pro without disturbing or taking or double backing and taking stuff out. This is a little bit more confined to the the rack or the half rack of the X15 Pro. So keep that in mind. But I don't think you're going to have a problem with it. This thing, these aircraft cable pulleys are definitely, they last, or I've never had a problem. So here's what size weights fit these questions and answers, which we've worked on some together, and obviously their customer service there has been on top, and are always adding to these FAQs. Really great stuff. So let's go back here, and we're going to go to the X20 Pro. Now, you can obviously see we're going to have bigger dimension here, and you can see safety tubes. These are obviously not going to work with the X15 Pro. So that is one difference right there. It's box tubes. So if you're lifting really heavy in this cage, you're able to go. I love this new, the way they have the logo with the white over the black. I'm sure there's laser etching and stuff like that, like the G15 Pro has. Here we have another viewpoint. Here are the jammer arms right here. I'm kind of falling in love with the jammer arms the more I use them. I did the upgrade kit review, but the more you use them, if you have them, they're really functional. You can find some fun ways to get, like, this stand up shoulder press. You can involve your legs in there. You can do some power movements. Really, they're not my thing, but you can use them if you want to. So here we have also stuff here for now I'm looking, let's look at the base model attachments. There it is. Box tube safeties and band pegs, which are not included with the X15 Pro base model. These two attachments are not included. Looking at the other stuff, everything looks like it is included with that. So you're talking about 2 box tube safeties and 4 band pegs. I got those band pegs with the G15 Pro, and I'm going to start using them. I'm going to start doing variable resistance and really incorporating that into my fitness journey. So here we have right here, 70 by 87 by 92, 40 by 72 by 86. Now you can already tell right here, we have less. And here's the exterior. Your interior working space is 72, a lot more, because now you're talking about this cage right here. We're talking, I call it a cage. Basically, you're talking about this power cage right here that you're able to extend out and have a bigger footprint right there. So you may not have the room. It might be a deal breaker, or if you really want to put this in a space where you want the most amount of power movements, the X20 Pro is definitely something right here. And that's really talking about right here. Now you lose, I think you lost 7 inches, but now you lose 8 inches on the interior working space, but you still have a ton of it with the upgrade kit. And once again, the upgrade kit is compatible with the X15 Pro as well as the X20 Pro. Let's go back. We're going to go back to here to compare pricing. So you're talking about $1,000 right now with the way the pricing is. And that could change, of course. It always, supply chains, these uncertain times, all that stuff, and inflation, everything. Every buzzword I'm not allowed to say here on YouTube that could get me deplatformed. You know the words. And we're talking about $1,000 price difference essentially for the larger footprint. And then we're talking about the box tube safeties and I believe the band pegs. But we're going to go comparison chart right here. So this is essentially what we could have won to. But as a customer, you're going to look at each one and kind of go back and forth. And then we'll go to this comparison chart right here. We can view the comparison chart or collapse it. We will view it. And here we're talking about the differences right here. Not much on the height. Same exact on the height. Same exact on the width. Here we go with the depth, 57 to 87. So we're talking about right here, the depth right here is all the same, commercially rated, has the 11 gauge steel uprights, 3x3 uprights, integrated weight stacks, 289 times 2 is 578. I did that math. Pulley ratios the same, weight ratings the same, west side spacing. Here we have included attachments, 15 here, 23, 16 here, 24. Okay, so there's one more. So I'm assuming if I missed it, let me go back as a customer. Do we have the band pegs here? Okay. I'm assuming the band pegs are not included with that. So that comparison chart, I might have found the little, the nitpicker's guide to the Star Trek universe, the Force USA universe here. I think it's 2. You get 2 more. And then, yeah, that makes sense right there. So the X20 we upgrade there would be, you get 1 more with that. So half rack, full rack, no Smith machine. Once again, that could be a deal maker or deal breaker. In my case, a little bit of a spoiler on the comparison. The Smith machine for me makes a huge difference. I love the Smith machine, going from even a 35-pound bar to now counterbalanced at 0. I love seeing my wife being able to have more ability to work out with more barbell exercises with the counterbalance, meaning 0 pounds, starting at 0. Smith machine, I like seeing her progress in her fitness journey using that. So Smith machine for us is good. They all have functional trainers. Here's another thing. I did not mention this, but there's no check marks on the leg press attachment. Now with the G15 Pro upgrade kit, you get the leg press. And then previous G models, they include a leg press attachment with most of them. So leg press, if you want to do vertical leg presses, or maybe you don't, maybe you'll say, I'll go for the compact leg press they have, or a full 45-degree leg press hack squat combo. This is where now we're talking about pricing. Do I spend $1,000 on the compact leg press? Now we're talking about an X15 and I spend my $1,000 on the compact leg press, or a couple grand or so on the 45-degree. You got to play with this. You got to add this up. This can be a rabbit hole that you can throw yourself into, but that could be a deal breaker right there, unless you're saying to yourself, I want a completely separate 45-degree leg press attachment. I don't like doing vertical leg presses. Then you're talking about a deal maker right there, and you just add it on after the fact. Dip handles. Upgrade kit includes dip handles. These are Matador style, like the classic MyRack. I'll tell you what, I prefer the new style, but this is so much wider. The X20 or X20 Pro and the X15 Pro are so much wider. They couldn't design those, as my guess. It would be so wide out here. So they had to go back to the Matador style dip handles. So that could be a deal maker, deal breaker. I love the fact that we have choices and we can kind of figure out, as you look at these products, what are the most important things in mine and also my loved ones' fitness journeys, or what's the most important part of mine and my clients if you plan on monetizing these types of all-in-one trainers or multi-trainers, because somebody might not be able to do vertical leg presses. You might have to invest in a completely separate 45-degree, which you might go, okay, I don't need the leg press in an upgrade kit, and I don't even need the leg press in this X15 Pro and X20 Pro lineup, or these product offerings. Chin-up bars, the fact that you can choose between a straight bar and also a multi-grip, that's pretty good. Lat pull-down, knee holder. You can see what the upgrade kit includes right here. And then you get the band pegs. No band pegs included, so that might be a little bit of an adding or a math typo by force. Not a big deal. There's a lot of different stuff going on here. Band pegs right here. Box tube safeties, obviously, you're not going to put those on a half rack. Storage shelves. These give you so much more of just stuff, efficient footprint management, I'll call it. That's my thing right there. So much better. Barbell storage here with the, I think you have barbell storage with the base model here on both of these. So that's strange. They put that in the upgrade kit. Jammer arms, obviously, upgrade kit. TV mount, upgrade kit. Exercise chart, very useful. We're going to do a video, by the way. Someone said, can you follow the entire exercise chart on the G15 Pro and do a video on all the exercises that you can do with the cables? I believe most of it is cables. I plan on doing that. Just be patient. It's coming very soon. Here's the current pricing of what you're looking at right here. Obviously, if you go with the 15 Pro, like I said, prices are changing. They could change. Who knows? Right here's your price. You're still under, about $200 under when you're looking at the X15 Pro with the upgrade kit as opposed to just the X20 Pro on its own. That's something to note right there. So once again, come right here. This is the one I have, just to remind you. I have the G15 Pro with the upgrade kit. This is currently the pricing. If you're watching this before Memorial Day, this is going to go up either today on the 28th or tomorrow the 29th. You do have a limited time offer while supplies last for the Patriot barbell. This expires 1 second. You can see right here, 1 second before the end of Memorial Day, I believe. So we have 2 days, 12 hours, 45 minutes, 56 seconds and counting at the time. And so disregard this after Memorial Day. So I'm just showing you right there. That's what they're currently offering. That could run out before the end of the sale. So while supplies last, that's a pretty good offer. You get the free offer with do I have a pop-up blocker? What's up with that? That's new. So I don't know what that was. So basically with all the G trainers, with not just the G15, but every G trainer that you want to buy, you get a free Patriot barbell. I like that the black zinc oxide on the grip right there. That's pretty good. We're actually going to have a review of the Freedom barbell, which is the shorter barbell. That's pretty good right there. And there's your sneak peek once again at the X15 Pro and the X20 Pro for everybody out there. That's about it. I just really like to look at these things as a potential customer. And these videos seem to give people kind of a way to think through this as we go through this as a potential customer about what you might want to choose. As a matter of fact, in a future video also, I did what is the best all-in-one trainer in 2021. I'm going to have to try to figure out a title because they're not all-in-one trainers anymore. Now they are all-in-one and multi-trainers if you include the X15 Pro and the X20 Pro. But we're going to do full comparison of all these. We're also going to extend this for other brands because a lot of people like the Inspire. We did a comparison video between, I believe, the G12 and the Inspire FT2, which has some unique features for leg extensions, leg curls with their proprietary bench. And we'll talk about other stuff about smart connected fitness products versus old school. All this stuff is coming to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please click the bell to get notified. Comment below if you have a question about this or anything else. I try to answer all the comments. Also, catch the SRF show live every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern time here on the YouTube channel to go along with these full reviews and the other content here on the YouTube channel. And of course, if you decide to get anything from the Force USA lineup, please use our affiliate link. All the links for the affiliates and the codes are in the description below. Description below. See, I tend to mispronounce stuff. Also, want to put this up real quick here. We are also going to have a studio tour because I have cool stuff like this. These are acoustic panels from Elgato. You can see we have a little bit different of a setup rather than having a podcast microphone. We have a shotgun microphone, so my hands, I can talk like this without hitting anything. But that's coming to the YouTube channel as well because people like to see behind the scenes stuff of what we have going on. So I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the audience. Appreciate everybody tuning in to all the stuff we have here at the YouTube channel, and also use those affiliate links and codes to support the content here at Stevie Richards Fitness. Most importantly, thank you guys so much. God bless each and every one of you. Have a great day.